Beauty is really subjective. Some people think this guy is attractive, while others think,
"You got goldfish eyes."
So today, while we're looking at the top 5 weirdest cars in Asphalt 9, I want you guys to keep in mind that weird doesn't necessarily mean ugly. In fact, there are some pretty weird things that are great. And with that, let's get to our honorable mention in our list, which is the Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. Now this car honestly isn't that weird, except for the front, where it doesn't look like the proportions seem 100% correct. I just don't like exactly how the front looks by itself. And yet, Lamborghini has won me over with the excellent looks of the back that looks incredibly futuristic and is just very lovely, especially with the moving spoiler. That's just great. Another weird looking thing on this car is the wheels, which glow a bright orange. Kinda strange, usually you wouldn't expect any lighting to be on the wheels. It's just totally unique and different. And, you know, I kind of like it. It's better than the front, at least. Okay, let's move on to our number 5 spot. Our number 5 spot is the SCG-003S, which is basically a lookalike of the Ferrari Enzo, but more high-tech and more modern. Now this car is like a mixture of an F1 type of car, and yes, the Ferrari Enzo. And the result is quite astonishing. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. It looks good, for sure. Created by James Glickenhaus, I think the most weirdest thing about this car is the fact that it has 4 holes for its exhaust pipes. It's pretty strange. Unlike the Lamborghini Terzo Millennio, this car is actually going to be available, and people can buy it for a good 1.5 million euros, or around $2 million US. It's a lot of money. You can just buy a couple of houses instead. At number 4, we have the Cadillac Sienne Concept. And I'll be honest here, I don't think it looks that great at all. The front just seems a little bit off for some reason, but the back especially just seems completely wrong. I don't know, something about the back just having a strange angle and sticking out too much. It doesn't seem right. Seems really weird. Unveiled in the 2002 Detroit Motor Show, this is a kinda old concept car. It was made for Cadillac's 100th birthday, and I don't know if that's the best birthday present they could have done, but, you know, I mean, considering it was made in 2002, I guess it's not bad, just compared to cars nowadays, you can't really compare it. Or at least that's how I feel about it. You guys could actually love this car a lot. My last fun fact is that this car actually was part of the Transformers Age of Extinction movie, and it was featured in that. I don't remember seeing this car, so I will definitely go back to that movie and rewatch it just to find this car for a split second. At the number 3 spot, we have the VLF Force One V10 car. Built off a Dodge Viper chassis, I do have to say that I don't like this car as much as compared to the Viper, just honestly. The main weird thing about this car is the back lights, which are shaped in a way that it looks like a depressed teenager. Like this guy. The front of the car is actually quite unique too, but not so much in the bad way. It's weird in the way that it looks super fierce and nice actually. I quite like the front. It's kind of the opposite of the Lamborghini Terzo Millennio, where I like the back of that car and not the front. For this car, I like the front, not the back. At our number 2 spot, we have the Pininfarina H2 Speed. It's really hard to pronounce. I'm not sure I got it right actually. This car is the very definition of an alien spaceship. Every angle you look at of this car, there's something kind of strange about the way it's designed, the curves, all the edges. I don't know, some parts don't seem right, other parts do kind of seem right. The front, though it's not my favorite front of any car of all time, it doesn't look bad, I have to say. With the back, I feel like there's something kind of lacking. I don't know, it feels like there's not much there, it's just a blank space. And it's missing something, I just don't know what. I think a small part of it that makes this car look weird is the car paint it has right now. The white, I'm not sure it's the best choice for this car, because if you see the photos of this car in real life, it has this fantastic blue colored paint that just fits really well with it. This white paint doesn't really work for me, I don't know why. A main fun fact about this car is that it's powered by hydrogen. Not fuel, not electricity, hydrogen. H on the periodic table. Cool, you may have just learned a science fact from me, Aris the Cheese God. How extraordinary is that? And at our number 1 spot, we have the Lamborghini Egoista. This car has so many weird factors that go into it, and somehow it doesn't look half bad. One factor that's kinda weird is how you get into the car. It's not a car door that opens up from the side. It's not a Rolls-Royce type of suicide door. It is a hatch that opens straight up and straight down. And you may have already seen it in this footage, but the way the spoiler moves is the craziest thing I've ever seen. First, the sides come up that reveals the eyes and the lights of the car. That looks really funny. But once that happens, you're not done yet. Some side flaps on the side of the car open up and they create a row of like tiny spikes, which is really impressive. I've never seen a 2-step process type of complicated spoiler like this. It's insane. I have 2 main nicknames I use for this car. The first one is a view from the front. Since it has those 3 jagged edges, I call this car the Fork. But I think the better nickname is based on the angle from the back, which looks like 2 eyes, you know, especially with the eyebrows and everything, and a screaming mouth. This is a screaming person right here. And that marks the end of our top 5 weirdest cars list in Asphalt 9. Did you agree with this list? Did you disagree? Did I miss out anything? Maybe, it happens sometimes. If you somewhat like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you didn't like this video, hit that like button also, because why not? If you want to subscribe, because you want to make this sad kid right here smile more, please do so. That's a good idea. He's kind of sad right now. Alright, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!
I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm